What's up, everybody? It is time again for us to continue the character. I finally finished Ritopo, and I added some eyes, and I'm gonna make what's it called? Essentially, I have the template finished. I made some UVs. They are not done UVs, but they are the main stuff. So in case I need to add anything, I can just recombobulate whatever that is, and then yeah, it works. And that way, almost all, if not all, my characters will keep the same topology for modeling and whatever. Yeah. And now I basically continue. I finally work on how to make my character look like a character, which is gonna be fun. So here we are. Okay, this. Also, like, I cleared some stuff up on it. I made the hands a bit bigger as they're needed to be because I had them way too small. I fixed the feet so that they're basically flat against the floor, and that's most of it. I did realize it's a little bit leaning forward, so I might see if I can fix that today. I want to make a lattice. And let me hide the measurement stuff. I also want to, first of all, actually, since I'm still doing this on the main thing, I keep it on the main body template. Because I just want to see, add object. Wait. Lattice. Okay. Let's see, let's move it up. Let's have it like this, and then I cannot select the. Okay, interesting. Right. SY, I do like this, and SZ like this, and I move it down a bit. SZ. Yeah, this works. And that's basically the lattice. Let me just add a bit. Not in that thing. I need it in. Not in that. This. Since it's pretty much, I just need to move the. Wait. Let me see if I. Like this, and then I will just. Yeah, that will work better. First of all, I need to figure out why I cannot select vertices. Let me go in like this, and then why can I not select any of the Am I dumb? I should be able to. If I wanted to, I should be able to. I need to look something up. Nearly dropped my pen. So That's weird. I should be able to. Yeah. If I select this, go into modifiers, I select the... Why do I have fuzzles? Fuzzles. Fuzzle. Lattice. Select. I want to do box select. Okay, it won't let me select the... Information. Lattice here. What happens when I press outside? I should have points that I can take, but it's not letting me take them. Select random. No. That is really weird. Here. Oh, now it does. Why was it? Okay, that's weird. But anyways, basically what I want is I take this and I move it a little bit like this. There. Now it's on the same line here, and none of my topology was changed. Much. Like, the head stays on the same thing. I just need to move the teeth and... Damn, this looks spooky. Yeah. Wait a second. Let me go back. Okay, yeah, I'm right here. Why can I not move this? I can't. Okay, fine. Anyways, that means I select that. Select this. And I apply, which means I can delete this. Yeah, and all the topology is still the same, all the stuff works. Let's see a little bit more. Here it was. Now it's back to how it was before. Maybe a little bit further. Right. Nah, the teeth are correct in their position. Maybe I just need to move the eyes a little bit better back. No. Okay. It's good like this. Whoa. Okay. Now, since I want to change a few parts of the character, butt cheek, still there. How do I want to do this? Actually, first of all, I save it. This is now the final template, which means I save this as a permanent thing so that I know, okay, template, right? Final template. I probably should add that it's the male one, because I should make it a female. But in the moment, I just need the male. So I save that, and then I save another thing as MC model 12. There. Now this becomes MC model. I should probably put my knowledge of naming convention to use here. So let me okay. So face shape. I kind of had this face shape in mind. I might just multi-resolution, and I subdivide it 3 times. That way it's alright. Why can I not? Can I not? Oh, I can save displacement to an external file. That is nice. I probably will do that. This is so nice, actually. That means I can take this, change the stuff, and I don't need to fully have the normal stuff when I do the thing. I can just play. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So let's say, for instance, I move this back to sculpting. I want to give this more like more of a nose, whatever. If I press now, if I do this and then bring this back down, it has that change in it. Frick yeah, okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. So, let me think. That's not what I want. I want a little bit more fill here in the chin. I smooth this out, I smooth this out. And that's alright. Actually, I should probably go back with the... There. I want to... Actually, I want to see the... Let me still see the wireframe, just so that I can be sure that nothing goes wrong. Sculpt mode. I kind of made him to be just the main character already. I'm thinking what stuff did I actually want to change. So, I have this stuff in my mind. I have to make it the hair, and I want... Actually, I do see that I need to maybe, just maybe, where's the grab thing? There, that was grab, right? Yes, grab. Let me grab this and move it a little bit back. Yeah, that's better. I saw there was a little bit of a bend in the thing where there shouldn't be. Now it's better. Yeah. Fine. Let me... It's more that it here goes down a bit. Ooh. And down the middle. Yeah, I want this to be a bit smoother, and let's make some. Like more of a chest shape, a little bit. Ah, a belly button. I forgot the belly button. That's way too... Let me see, wait. I want it around there, so around here. That exactly went on one thing. That's good. That might actually be a bit too low. Sculpting. Always such a fickle thing. I think this would be better. Yes, that's more like that. And then let's see. I probably should check down this, otherwise I don't see the changes I make actually. So there, that's not that big of a difference, but it's a difference. Stuff. Bit more defined in muscles. So let's give it here, there. Smooth it out nicely. Okay, now if I smooth this out, then I can also slightly shape up the knuckles a bit in the way I want them. So this one is alright. Yeah, I think that works. I maybe make a little bit more of transition because some of these seem a bit strong. They get cut, like they get cut off. That works. And let's Like this, a little bit in on the hand there. That's better. How do I want to modify that? I feel like for this thing, it needs to be a little bit inside. Let's move this up a bit. Different eye shape, that will be good to differentiate it a bit. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This, okay. Okay, just that should be good still. Head shape is still fine. Ear shape is fine. Make. Oh, that's not what I wanted to select a different. Okay, got a message. Nope. Okay, so that. Butt cheeks are fine. Okay, that's better. That's alright. That's that. Okay. Mhm. Let me just do like this a bit. Small. Yeah, that works. Just want to save a bit. Then, okay, I have those features. Let me see. That actually can stay for the most part. Stupid. Different brush. Of course, I don't take that brush. This should be exactly the middle. No, let me make it smaller here, just so that there's a bit of the part fits, right? Oh, I didn't make the back side of that, I remember. Good that I didn't do that this way. Okay, so the feet actually are for the most part good. They're just not very smooth, which I can fix by one, covering them up, and secondly, reshaping them for my own will. Let me just do a bit of this, that, and let me see if I grab this a little bit from the side. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting messages right now, but okay. So. I'm sorry. Like that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, nope. Nope, that. What is this? Anyways, I think that works. So let me see the difference from when I take it like this to when I apply base. And it did. Interesting. That might be my method for how I make slightly more stuff. I can use this placement to make some ambient occlusion if I need to. Not necessarily ambient occlusion, more like just like certain stuff. Actually, ambient occlusion I could also do. They could add some depth to certain colors. Depending on the situation, that could be helpful. I keep that saved. Then let me see. I saw a thing of how to make hair essentially. Let me do that. Since I do kind of want to mimic my hair with that, which is just a ponytail, that would mean I just so wait. How do I want to do this? I can do it two ways, or I do a mix of both. Because I do have a full thing here. It's just all going to this point. So I guess it would make more sense that I model that part and then that I use a thing for the other part. Because then I can also animate that one. Let me take a cube. Let me scale it down. Let me do it like this. Yep. And subdivision surface. Let me make it like 3. Yeah, 3, and then let me shade it smooth. And let me apply, and what was it? That was this. Shift, no, Control S. If I take this and I take this and I make it like this, that basically makes it a perfect circle. Yep. Right? Wait. Wait. Come on, show me the money. Yeah, yeah. I know you apply it. And you can just wait. What? You can just do this mesh. Where's the tools? Transform to sphere. Okay. I guess it is a sphere now. Wait. Hey, doesn't matter. Let me SY a bit. X vertices. X vertices. And now I can just let me SX and SY. Let me actually generate mirror. And shrink wrap. Let me shrink wrap this onto this. Shrink wrap this onto this, just so that that applies. Then I select all. How do you do that based on normal? Was it shifty? Shifty creates duplicate. How to extrude this. I know to go into edit mode. Ah, okay. I'm done. Okay. Let me just select it as thing. Mesh, extrude. There. Extrude along normals. What? Offset. Looks a bit weird for now. Let me do clipping and it will look better later. I do kind of have a part always, but what's up, Jeru? I'm freaking sorry for not replying in so long. What? Why did I not get the notification? What the hell? What the hell? I did not get the notification. Freaking hell. God damn it. Why did I not only see that? Okay. That's ass. I missed those things. I missed a loyal customer. God damn it. Okay. Well, damn. Anyways. Second, let me go back. Okay. Let me now make the clipping one. That way the stuff gets connected and wireframe and wait a second. If I why is it still clipping through it? If I have it, wait. Hmm. Hmm. That's weird. That's really weird. Really, what the fuck are we doing? It's the like. I'm really disappointed in myself for not seeing the message. I guess I was sculpting in that thing, but like, damn, I should pay more attention. Bad me. Okay. How can I? Why is it not shrink wrapping properly? Let's remove this. Shrink wrap to no, to this. Okay. Wait, this, and then I want to make an offset. Not that big, but why are certain stuff outside? Okay. Now, if interesting. Interesting. Unless it's on surface, it doesn't count it. Huh. Let me think, how is my hair? I have... Wait, I need to check the tutorials I purposefully liked for that. Where is it? This guy made the hair, but wait, where was his specific thing talking about the hair? Okay, this is the hair thing. So what did he do? He took the stuff, he made the thing, made cube. Okay. He did it like this, which I understand. That's for long hair. Since I don't want long hair, let me try to think of my own way. Because I don't need that complex hair. I just need the, like, proper bits and pieces that fit to my style, my hairstyle. Which means that, wait, let me mirror modifier this with a clipping distance of like 10. Oh, wait, just select. Let me extrude NZ easy. I do have hair going down here, so wait. Wait. That probably will hit me more. This kind of fits the style properly. Okay, okay, that I can. If I have it. Wait, I want a better picture for that. Why does it show me Bakemonogatari? I guess this kind of works. That's yeah, but wait. Nah, this works best still. So. If you're making it's just like then okay. How would you make the because it does go till a little bit lower than my thing, so let me select this and do this essentially. Let me pick from this, make this a bit smaller yet. Like that. Shrink wrap. So then it will fit the face or the head properly, right? Let me see. Yeah, I just move this a little bit. Oh, I do not need that one anymore there. That's not what I wanted actually. I wanted this. I select all faces and I mesh, extrude along normals. Let me select this edge and let me relax it. Or it's like that. That should work out better. Why is it so deep? Let me. What happens if I relax this? No, that doesn't work. Actually, let me take this, uh, that way. Since I subdivided it. does it? It doesn't really work. Nah, I use the curve stuff because this is not working out for me. Like, it's probably more optimized, but it's less working. Like, it doesn't practically work for me as well. Here, how to create hair. You need the path and you need the so we have the root and the tip. Okay. Okay. So can you make like a group inside of the stuff? Wait. Yeah, how do you do that? That's parenting then. Trying to make them a single mesh or creating an action. Okay, so there is no way. Okay, that's good to know, at least. So. At least I can hide this. And I make, add this, yeah. That's not still. Add, nope, nope. Curve busy. Let me see. So you need the thing and that. No. Okay, no, it's the same thing. Okay. Let me just select this and make this so no. Let me add the radius, add the tilt. Am I not supposed to? Okay, wait. I need to switch off the music and listen to this for a second because otherwise I won't get this and that will not let us get further. So.
Site be the tip. Path curve to a curve to determine the profile. For the path, you could use the path curve or the Bezier curve. I prefer to use the path curve, but both works. It is important though that you set it up so that the left side of the path curve is the root and the right side be the tip. For the profile, I will start with the Bezier circle, then move the points around until we get the shape that we like. Then select the path and under geometry, bevel, select object, then pick the profile curve. In edit mode, use Control.
Okay, so let me delete this. Shift A, curve, verbs. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now I have this, so I select curve. I go into small select curve and a circle. On this, I flip it first. 90 degrees. It's for some reason in capitals. 90 degrees. Yep, 90 degrees is correct. And
T to rotate the curve and use Alt S to change the thickness of each point. Next.
right. I had another thing for how to create the other styles.
How to create hair is okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. First things first, we're going to create two curves. The first one I like to create is the path curve, and this is the one I use to control the hair mesh. And the second curve I'm going to use is the circle curve, which I will use to control the overall shape of the hair mesh. So let's do it right away. With Shift 8, you can create curves over here. I'll create a path curve and another curve, which is the circle curve. Now I'll take both of these curves, I'll just put them up over here and rotate them at 90 degrees so that we have the same look that I have down over here. The orientation, however, does not really matter. So anyways, I'm going to scale both of these guys down. I'm just going to use Control A to apply the scale since I scaled them in object mode so that we don't have any issues later on.
He's using path curve. Okay, Shift A, path. Oh. Okay, no, path curve is better. Okay. I just put this a bit lower, select both of these, make it smaller, and then move that up here, just so that I have it a bit more sorted. Then
path curve.
Yeah, circle curve.
Go down to this icon over here. So it's the properties for any curve that you have. And on the right, open geometry. And then in bevel over here, select the color picker of object and select the second curve, which is the circle. Once you do that, right away you're going to see that
wait, that's interesting. I do not have that. object that, okay. Ah, okay. No, I do.
The shape of the circle.
Hmm.
So I'm just going to rotate this so that we have the same orientation as the curves down, like so. And then
Rotate 90 degrees, move it down a bit, just so that I can see the hair that I make.
I'm going to go to the circle curve over here, and I'll move the points. So just to make sure that which points controls which area of the path curve, I'm going to move this, and then I'll look back, and there you go. So it's controlling the area in the bottom over here, which is perfect. Okay, so
Okay.
what I can do is I'll just put it upwards like this. I'm just going to remove the proportional editing. So
Let me see. So if I can I S should see, I want to just get a little bit thicker so that I can see how this affects it. Okay, so wait. I cannot see the because I have backface culling enabled, I cannot see the thing. But okay, so this needs to that stays. I need to wait. Let me do this or this for a bit. That means I can see this thing and this. Okay, that means degrees, and this is proper mesh. So let me see. I definitely want to bring this up here. There. And I select these two, select these, and move them up and closer, like this. How do I add points? I want to, no, no, no. If I do this, can I? Yes, I can. Nope, that's adding. How do I? Hmm.
I'm just going to move it up over here. And then I will scale these guys. So to scale a point over here, you're going to have to grab the outer points and scale it like so. So I'll grab these guys as well. And then I'll scale both of them like so.
Could scale them. That I should have thought. Scale. Why is it not scaling?
So, and I'll grab these guys as well. And then I'll scale both of them
I know, because wait, no, that doesn't make sense. He's also doing it then. Let me make a new stuff. That can go. So let me do it my own way. I make a path. Down. Scale it down. Let me think. How would I make? It's pretty much just like okay, I need to figure this out faster. I don't want to take ages just making hair. So let me see. Let me watch the tutorial to the end so that I understand that better.
Over here. And then I'm going to grab this one, I'll move it downwards, and I'll scale the outer points with S so that I have a sharp curve over here. I can also grab both of these points and just push them downwards and scale them. There you go. So now we have a sharp looking hair. Well, a hair mesh. Anyways, so I'm going to grab everything. I'll scale it on the x-axis like so. And now we have something similar to this one over here. So why does it look different? That's because I went to edit mode to the individual points and I scaled each point. So when you do that and you try to scale it with S, it won't really work. That's because to scale individual points, just the points by itself, you're going to have to use Alt S, like so. There you go. So this is how you scale individual hair strands. All right. So with Alt S, I'm going to scale it. I'm going to scale this point as well. There you go. I can also grab everything and use Alt S to scale it down or upwards, as you can see. And I can also use Control T to tilt individual points when I'm basically trying to groom the hair. Once I'm done, I'm just going to take this material. So I basically created material here, and to see it in the viewports display, I just changed the color over here. I'm just going to take a different shape. All right. There you go. Once you're done, now these two guys, you're just going to keep them on the side. You can create a new collection, a new layer. So I can just hit M and move it to a new collection. Oops, new collection. And I'll call it hair control. All right. And now I can grab this one, Shift D to duplicate it. I'll put it on the side over here. And then I can just rotate it and then go to edit mode and play with individual points to groom the hair, as you can see over here. So again, Alt S.
Okay. I guess I understand that. So let me do it on a normal thing, just so that I have that. Why is it like this? That is not what I had in mind. Does it? But I can use it still. If I hmm. Okay, wait. Something's weird with this one. So let me just delete that. I want a regular S circle. Let me do that with my S format. Okay, this is okay. I do not get why that moves the way that it does, but fine. I make it like this. These move like this. Let me just do a bit more of a sharp curve here and move these down there. Okay, this goes here, goes to geometry, yeah, it goes to this here, circle. Why? Oh, no, not this here. Okay. Let me think. Since I have my hair like this, this needs to fan out, let's say. I select this, Alt S, and scale it down. This, Alt S, I scale it down. And these two, Alt S, I scale it up. Okay, wait, does it matter if I only scale in S? Wait, take this and this, Alt S X. No, okay, it just scales. So Alt S. GC SC meets. Okay, that's one type of hair. Let me this and this. I want to new collection. So here. And of course, I get low power my batteries. I should probably put on the music again, otherwise this is completely... Did I have the stuff on the entire time? Wait a second, I thought I switched that off. Did I not switch that off? That would have been bad. Wait a second. Why is that opening? Wait a second. Wait. I'm in panic. So it freaking... I don't understand why I didn't have that actually on, but I guess it took it as that, so, well, frick. It freaking... I don't understand why. It's very quiet, but still there. Which sucks. Please don't copyright strike for that. Even though I don't get any monetization either way, I would really not like to deal with that. Though I guess it's not the worst loss, but it's... I did not do it on purpose. That was really accidental. I thought I switched off the... Okay. Let me see how I change this. How can I add a point to a curve? let me just, or let me just make a slightly softer one. Actually, also, Alt S. I want this to go complete and to the point. Alt S, and this maybe not as much. And this one I want Alt S slightly bigger, Alt S slightly more. So that, yeah. I think those are the two types that I need, because otherwise, let me just duplicate collection, close this out, save, and let me use these. So I'm not gonna move these anymore, just hide them from that. Let me just Shift D. Actually, let me do it like so. I also want this to be Shift D here, a little bit smaller, a little bit to the side here. Let me rotate it and see 80 degrees that way. I also get it like this, and actually let me set origin to center of movement. Set origin. Okay, that doesn't change it. Okay. Let me see if because I do not want to make it a swoop down, because that's not what my hair is. My hair is going back. So if this like this, this side up. Still somehow rotate this. Shift. Okay. If I move this bit like this, this a bit more here. This a bit higher. This back. That. Da, da, da. But I also feel this to be a bit more voluminous. Voluminous. I have a pretty high up. It's not. Let me do this. Oh, that's cool, actually. D. Oh. Okay, wait a second. Let me... RX rotate, RY rotate, and then let me just put this here. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more time for this than I thought I would. But it's getting some sort of hair shape already. I thought it would be easier thinking of like here is here be. Let me see if I can just set a mirror modifier on this. Nope. Right. I can, but that will look stupid. I like some symmetry in here. So let me move this a bit down again. This a bit like this, and a bit down, and in here, and rotate like this. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's see. Hmm. Let me see. So he has more of this, like more of a hard edge, and then the. Let me make black. Rotate X a bit. Oh, actually, other way around. Rotate X like this, and then in Y like this, so I can just move that past it here. Bit further back, the reference thing. See, move it down a bit. But, move this yet a bit further back. I actually like this guy. Stuff. This looks kind of nice. Maybe I moved a bit so it's more. Maybe not that much out there, but like, what I want, I don't want the, because that's not how my hair goes. I want the, what's it called? Take this, duplicate it, take it here. I take it C direction. Let me actually see my hair. This. Let me scale it down a bit. Like this. And higher up here, maybe to scale it a bit higher. Okay, that means I kind of wanted to wait, actually. If anyone writes, nope, no one did. This. Actually, let this here, this here, this a bit further out again. That's a good basis for that part of the hair. And I can actually realize from this. Oh, it's that one. This one. This one is fine. This one is fine. Okay. Actually, here makes a little sense to that. Bigger. This one can actually way earlier, look around here. Yeah. Like this. Wait a bit higher up here. Covers all the inner parts there. This doesn't go the full length, right? As long as it's visible to this degree, because it's mainly to fill up that. That's actually so smart. What's up, Mako? I'm making hair with NURBS curves. Well, Bezier curves, but NURBS paths. And it's interesting. Yeah. I'm trying to make a hairstyle and it's going somewhere. My thing is, I would guess I mirror it and then I just tweak a few things so that it doesn't have the full symmetry effect, just that it still has the asymmetrical thing. Let me think. I do have hair going down. I kind of feel like it doesn't fit 100%. If I make this a little bit more. Then I have those parts. Yeah. Maybe I can this, move it here. Like, hair with Bezier is actually so smart because it's so much easier to move, but it will be a bit intensive once I have like a bunch. But like, you cannot get this good of a shape in like this easy in regular grooming. This one I might change to the one that way I get like a bit different texture with it. Let me rotate and Z a little like that. There. And because I want to make a ponytail, it will all lead to actually a bit higher up, so I make it like this. The statue of the character kind of reminds me of Howard the Alien. I don't know what Howard the Alien is. Let me look that up. Wait. Howard the Alien. Howard the Duck. Oh, okay. That's not the effect I want to make. I hope texturing can improve this, and the hairstyle being properly made, because I'm feeling like I need better character modeling stuff. Like, I have something in my head, but I don't know exactly if it's gonna be on paper the same. But I guess also because I have no pupils, it really does remind of that. And you don't need to be sorry. I take criticism well. I innovate under criticism. At least I hope I do. I just... Now I have it in my head and I'm like, yeah, it does look like that. Ah, okay. Okay. Let me think. The back of the hair. It all kind of runs up just to the bunch. So if I do this and I like rotate this, then I should be able to just fit it kind of in. Right. Right. Like this, just to give it a bit more shape. And oh, my eye is itching. I had like an allergy test done yesterday, and like since then my eyes have been itching like hell. Okay, and I'm definitely not giving this character a beard. That would be way too weird looking and hard to make. It would be funny, but it would make no sense. Let me take this one, duplicate it. Not that far, please. Size smaller, but I want it medium-ish. So rotate Z for there. And rotate in Y. Now, rotate in X. And maybe rotate in Y again a bit more. There, that should work as a transition thing. Let me move this here. I'm basically like filling out the empty space for now, because that's the most important part at the beginning, is that everything kind of fits as a style together. Like where everything connects and stuff like that. Let me think if I give it a little bit of this, and put it back in. I don't need the curve to go the entire thing like that. Whoa. Voice crack. Whoa. That works, and I can move the let me move this, please. So it goes here, and that's good. I'm just wait. Like if I do this, it goes from here. If I do this, it goes from here. Which means those are that end. This it goes from the other end. Can I like flip this around? Yeah. This is the... I don't know if that actually flipped it around, or if it's... wait, I should probably have it so that... I made a possible mistake with having the hairs not come from the same end. That end. This goes from this end, so let me just... That might have been a detrimental mistake. Let me hope it wasn't. Or that I can just swap it with this and it... Okay, let me just... Okay, that works. This one... Actually, I want it a bit... only really see the first bit of it. That is the best place for it to be. And let me see this actually. Okay, and let me duplicate this, put it a bit higher, curve, this, add a bit in. Maybe move this a bit more like that. That way it fits the floater. And actually, this would need to move up a bit like that, and this a bit like that. Yeah. This, it's that's not the curve I selected. Actually, this. Actually, I basically want the same thing, just a bit reversed. So let me move this here, this a bit more like that, and here, and that's not touchy. Wait a second. This needs to still touch. This does too. What is I drove this a bit like this and rotate it by a tiny smidge. Okay, that out of place, but I can there's the nice overflow thing going for it, but I just need to keep it that it doesn't go away too much. Okay, this I can add more back in. That way it does have a nice shape to it. Frick. Like this works. And I want to add one of these more, but a bit different still. Let me rotate in Y a bit. Over this, down, and X that way. Half of it. This. And in this case, I can let it go forward. Okay. Let me see. Okay. this a bit, this a bit wider. No, this a bit. Looks actually perfect. Okay, and I want one last one, a flat one. Rotate this. Let so this size is good, I think. Rotate and Y. And I do this. Rotate Z again. This. Move it like that. I like this. That gives it like a... Oh, there's more hair underneath. Oh. This too much looks like just a band of hair that's going straight from thing to from one to another. I think I need to not that material. Okay, let me remove that. I want to just change the color to something. Why does it not want to change the material? Oh, because it's not in the material. Okay. Let me just make it like a light blue. That way I can see actually. Let me make it more skin tone. That way I can actually see what's going on. Ah, like here. It lets me see. Ah, this does not cover that properly. If this bit, then. That will be covered with the stuff. Here we can set this cover it. that works. That works. Wait. Let me take this and look. Let me do this. Is it a thing view? This. Oh wait, I wanted the rotation, not the transform. Just fit like this and here. So this way. Let me do this and smaller yet. So I can put like this, and now I do it as I. There. That covers those things up. This one still. I move this like that. That makes sense. So like this. Like that. And the rest will need to have yet smaller stuff. This one, I duplicate and I just rotate around Y a bit. Fit like this. Rotate it one bit more. Okay, so up. Duplicate, put it here, rotate on Y. Down to the side, in, modify the curve a bit to match stuff. Maybe I can trick it out a bit by making this go here. And this also a bit more here. That way I get two with one curve. A 2-in-1 deal. First, go. If this, I hate it that it will only go with certain things. Okay. There. Hmm. Okay, no one's gonna see that, but that they will see because that is part of a mesh that's not supposed to be seen. Okay. Now, do I want to mirror each and every one of those individually, or do I want to? That's a lot of stuff. Let me see if I can just. Let me first save and then save as 13. And then Control J. What? Well, frick no. Okay. That at least solves my question. Or answers my question. Solves my question. So that actually looks quite nice for that. I could also then this a bit if I increase this one's stuff just so that it moves more like that. There. That's there's no interface. It's okay. Oh, okay. That was all for half. Like literally just half. Okay, let me take one of these just to make them. I will do the rest in my own time. I just want to start with the ponytail. RZ. Not as bigger. Was something with twist, right? Yeah. There. No. Wait, no. Or rotate Y 80 degrees. How is that? That is what I thought would happen. But when I do the 180, wait, no, it's correct. Okay, I want it like this, and these curves go down. What the? Why does that twist that so much? Okay. If I make this. S, right this, let me this one, close, just a little bit lower, and up to the side. Okay. I feel like I have quite exactly half. I need to make it some more of it, but otherwise that's half of it. So I will also need some for eyebrows, I realize. Okay, and that will be it. I hope that anyone who watches this had fun. I'm glad that some people came back. And otherwise, like, subscribe, and see you